Hello, people of YouTube. Welcome to our first annual WWE Talk, where we talk about certain things in the WWE that we feel shouldn't be this way, where we just vent and release our frustrations, or we just discuss certain topics. Sorry for talking fast. It's just been a frustrating process trying to get this video uploaded to YouTube. In the back, you see a Dolph Ziggler versus John Cena for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, which we know will never gonna happen, and it's because the way WWE books there's certain talent, and that is going to be the topic we address today. Introducing my friend RedHorseNoggle. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Pleasure to be here.
Alright. First star I would like to talk about is well known. His name is Dean Ambrose. He currently just got out of a match with Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, and WWE made the wrong decision and made him lose. He is currently in a state where he is kind of in a feud with Owens because he's the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. What are your opinions about that?
I believe that Ambrose should have been champion at Survivor Series.
Alright, why do you feel like that?
Because first off, he would have had a big pop, and people are already over Ambrose, so it would make sense to give him the title and not to Reigns.
I believe you. I honestly didn't want Reigns as champion either. I would like Dean Ambrose, but unfortunately Reigns is going to be shoved down their throats just like John Cena has for the last 15 years. But John Cena's taking a break, so that's all good.
Don't worry, he's coming back
Next month, but until then, we have our time. Speaking of Dean Ambrose, another star that WWE certainly doesn't know what to do with right now is Kevin Owens. Speculations and rumors and discussions and forums talk about Sami Zayn, and what those forums discuss about Sami Zayn is the fact that he could possibly have another feud with Kevin Owens. What do you feel about that? Do you think it's the right time for Sami Zayn, and what should they do with Owens if he is
I think
in
it's
a
a
feud?
perfect time for Sami Zayn to come up. It's just not yet.
A whole bunch of NXT stars, not yet, because WWE's in a crisis for ratings, and I just feel they're going to get swept under the rug. This is how
I think that, and it would only make sense for Zayn to face Owens in the Royal Rumble.
Because of their match at NXT, their pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This is how I feel WWE should book their talent or some of their rosters, superstars. So here it is. Kevin Owens is in a feud, I believe, with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
We just give the people what they want. We don't want Reigns versus Sheamus. That's like another Orton versus Sheamus match being shoved down our throats for the 47th billionth time. This is what I would do. I would make it.
They should have put Ambrose in the first place.
Exactly, but they don't do that. Now they have to recover, so they should make it like this. Owens keeps the title when they have their match at the pay-per-view.
Just keep the title till Mania. That's my opinion.
No, not the title till Mania. This is how they should do. Like, I'm going to say it, and you tell me what you think about my opinion. So,
Alright.
Owens versus Ambrose at TLC, the pay-per-view coming up. Owens keeps the championship, then Ambrose goes on to feud with Reigns. No, not to feud with Reigns. Ambrose goes on to feud with Sheamus. So, Kevin Owens is left with no one. We wait. Sami Zayn comes out of the pay-per-view. So Sami Zayn has a feud with Owens, and there's no title involved, so it'll just be a regular feud. And then Reigns is left with no one but the boss himself, Triple H. And ever since Roman Reigns hit Triple H with the spear at the pay-per-view, that's what fans have been wanting. Now, what do you think about that?
Triple H versus Roman Reigns doesn't sound too bad.
But there's a difference between do we need it and do we want it. I feel we need it, but do we want it? No. Like, I don't.
In current state, no. But it would make sense, though.
It's some people you don't want, but it would make sense.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
ratings are in a crisis. We just need something. If only Vince could stop relying on part-timers to fill in their void. The Rock, Sting, Triple H, Undertaker. Just focus on their current talent.
It's just WWE doesn't know how to book talent.
And that's why we're having this talk today.
Part-timers.
Another star that I would like to discuss is Finn Balor. Talented superstar.
Him going to the main roster, right?
I want him to go to the main roster. But the thing is,
he deserves it, but it's just he shouldn't go now.
Yeah, it's too soon. He talked about him wanting it to be at the right time. Not only is it too soon, there's also a whole bunch of other people currently involved that honestly shouldn't even be there, like Alberto Del Rio in a feud with Jack Swagger. We've seen it before. Like, have Alberto Del Rio and Cesaro go in a feud. That's something I would enjoy to see. Do you think that'd be an entertaining match?
Here? No.
When he comes back, his injury is a shoulder injury, I believe. That's not going to take long.
How do you know Del Rio's going to hold the title to Mania?
Who says that he needs the title? Why can't he just have a feud?
I don't know. I mean, who else can he face in the main roster and have a feud with?
Well,
we have a feud with Cena, but I don't know.
And well, until Cesaro gets back, Jack Swagger can fill in that empty spot for Del Rio.
Makes sense.
Finn Balor could come to the main roster and have a feud with Neville.
I mean, it would be cool to see a feud with Neville. But why?
Because that's what we need.
That's the thing with WWE. It's just their storylines are just kind of lazy. It's just like, oh, they're fighting because they're fighting. It's just they need a reason to fight.
WWE Creative has been kind of lately been lazy, and that's one thing I can agree with you on. People think it's because it's the PG era. Nope, it's just because the writers are getting lazy. They don't know what to do with the Divas anymore. I'm not saying they should find other people, but
I mean, the Divas, like, they don't give time for the Divas.
They don't. They honestly don't. Like, I feel the Divas, the new Divas, not the old Divas like Brie Bella and Nikki Bella. I think we're tired of seeing them. The new Divas, Becky Lynch, Paige, Charlotte, who I think looks like a horse.
Heat to the Divas division.
We just need some new stars for the Diva division. Emma. We have a whole bunch of talented divas, but the WWE just does not know how to use them correctly. They give them like 1 minute, 2 minute matches on Raw. If we're lucky, 5 minutes.
They should just have 10 to 15 minutes at least.
Exactly.
Every week.
Because a usual superstar match is like 15, 20 minutes. If it's the main event, it's like 25 minutes. The last time I remember a diva main eventing Raw was not when Paige and Charlotte had that contract signing. It was when Lita and Trish Stratus. There we go, Lita and Trish Stratus. And we enjoy them so much in the past because those were the badass, I don't give a fuck divas. Like, shit, man. Oh. WWE needs to go back in the past and see what happened to the ratings, see where they fucked up.
I mean, just WWE needs to get their stuff together before everything just gets worse.
But things have to get worse before they get better. And things have been worse since 2012, honestly.
I mean, this is like one of the worst years for Raw.
And SmackDown. Can't forget about that.
Who really cares about SmackDown?
Nobody watches SmackDown.
SmackDown has no purpose.
It serves
SmackDown's just a replay of Raw now.
Basically, another superstar that I would honestly love to talk about, or superstars I should say, the New Day. They're entertaining as fuck.
Ooh,
but I think they should just be pushed more, like, in a more dominant, in a more serious type of way.
I was hoping for WWE to book a TLC match with them.
People say
With,
they
the Dudley Boyz.
like that's exactly. People say they want the Dudley Boyz to be the new champion, but I think the Dudley Boyz only returned to push current talent. And how do you feel about that?
I mean, sure, they gave us some talent, some sun, not sunshine. I meant some shine on the light.
I just can't. I never got into the Dudley Boyz, and I don't think I ever will. I just can't, you know.
I mean, the Dudley Boyz were great back in the day.
I didn't even care for them. The only times they were ever, you know, really viewed is when they would have ladder matches, table matches with the Hardy Boys, but the Hardy Boys left. So you can't
I'm not sure they're coming back yet.
I don't believe they're coming back. Kurt Angle retired from TNA. Do you think that's...
No, he's on the UK tour for TNA, and then he's going to retire.
Do you think he's going to come to WWE?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Interesting. Would you like to see Kurt Angle in a WWE ring? Once
I'd
again?
see Kurt Angle. Of course.
People were saying Kurt Angle, if he ever comes back, and if Daniel Bryan ever gets better, they should have a match. And that's... I would love to see a match.
I agree 100% in that.
I would love to see them have a match. And I'm just being honest. Alright, that concludes WWE Talk for today. Let us know how we did in the comment section below if you're reviewing this and if you stayed all the way to the end. This is Rondon139. That was RedHorseNoggle. And we will see you all later.
Goodbye, you two.